This is CNN I Report. Joao Breyer is speaking directly from Gama, Brasilia. Today I call for the reflection about this tsunami in Japan. Would be that connected to the war in Libya? Would be that connected to the bombs that are exploding right now in Libya? So that's something to reflect. So the world leaders should really do something, but how to do it? How we can solve those issues? All those catastrophes are happening because the misuse that of the planet, the way we are destroying, taking the oil from the veins of the planet, of our mother earth, taking the oil and polluting the air. This is really something that we gotta change. It's the time to stop that. It's the time that we have to use another kinds of energies. It's we have to change the economy because everything is connected. Until we there is money, there is value on those things. The craziness of selfishness, of egos will continue. So it's time for change. We have to change. We have to open our minds. We have to give up our selfishness. We have to really think on others, really think on the world. Because if we save the world, we save ourselves because we are inside the world. But if we destroy the world, we destroy ourselves. And all this richness that people has accumulated doesn't have any sense anymore. So this is the time for us to really change, to think how we can change. I really ask the world leaders, the thinkers, we need to really change the economy. It's the time to really to transform the economy, to have an economy that is based on values, on real values, values of love, values of character. Not the money, not the currency, but the service, the volunteering. This is the time that we have to synchronize our minds in order to create a better world. We have to be peaceful, and peace comes through service, serving others. God is calling me to tell you what I have been learning. Two lessons, two ways I'm trying to follow. And I want to advise you these ways. That's the Mayan synchronarian in order to harmonize your mind with nature. It's the 13 moons, 28 days. It's not a calendar. It's a synchronarian. You synchronize yourself with nature. And the other thing God requests me to call you, that I believe since 1986, when I met this movement, that today Reverend Samya Moon is the Messiah who is on earth. But the most important is not that he is the Messiah. The most important is to receive the blessing that he is giving. He gives a blessing, and the blessing means that you can become Adam and Eve without sin, a reborn family in God's idea of creation. He comes like the main avatar. I believe there are many avatars, and I believe that each one of us can become an avatar, can become a person with a high spiritual level, with a very loving heart. But it all depends on us. It all depends on how we do with our lives. What is our focus? Do we focus on money? Do we focus on pleasure? What is our focus? My focus is to fulfill God's ideal in my life. And I understood through the studying of the divine principle that the idea of creation is to be a loving parent, to be a true family, true father, true mother, to raise true children. And we have to, in this life also, to clean up our fallen nature. So once we do that, clean up our fallen nature, paying attention to that, our problems that we have in personality, and also receiving the blessing and loving, then we can grow a lot. And there are so many other ways to grow spiritually today. So many ways. That's the time for spiritual growth. It's the time for real peace. A lot of suffering is happening and still will happen because we are dealing so bad with nature. But it's the time to change. It's the time for us to reflect. God is calling me to give this message today here on CNN. I've been working for peace since I met Reverend Moon, since I joined his movement. So I really believe he is the person who is sent by God to change the world. And I have been working for that since I met him. And I don't regret. I don't regret. I really think, I should have done better. I should have tell more people that. Because if people would know that he's the Messiah, that he is the, King of Kings, he's the, the main avatar that God sent, they would have received and embraced him. The Christians, the Buddhists, everyone. Many leaders already know that today. Many people know. Maybe you don't know, but I'm telling you. He's the guy, and the Mayan Synchronary is the way. This is Joao Breyer from CNN Report, sending this message all over the world. Is this situation in Japan happening because of the bombs? Yeah, the earth's shaking. Today is Earth crystal on the Mayan Synchronary. God protect you and bless you, all your families. I hope all of you a lot of conscience, true love, and God's blessing to you and all your families. Thank you. Joao Breyer, CNN, I report.